Hello, Ebenezer family. It's time for our weekly devotion and announcements. A little later in the day than normal, but that's okay. Um, the last couple times we were together, we read Jesus predicts his death first time, and then last time we were together, I read Jesus predicts his death for the second time. So big surprise today. I'm going to read Jesus predicts his death for a third time. Now this is shortly before Palm Sunday. So uh, the thing's going to start get moving faster and heated up, and we're going to see the events of Holy Week emerging. But he takes time here, and he's doing some teaching, and he's talking to his disciples. And one of the things he says in Matthew 20 verses 17 through 19, it says, "Now Jesus was going up to Jerusalem." That's where Palm Sunday is going to kick in. So he's headed that way. On the way, he took the 12 aside and said to them, private meeting with the disciples, "We are going up to Jerusalem, and the Son of Man will be delivered over to the chief priest and the teachers of the law. They will condemn him to death and will hand him over to the Gentiles to be mocked and flogged and crucified. On the third day, he will be raised to life." Now, as you can see, he wants his disciples to know this. He's told them three times, and something we got to think about. Why three times? Well, three times is a grand number in the Bible. Uh, we have a triune God, three. Um, Jesus is in the grave. How many days? Three. How many times did Jesus ask Peter if he loved him? Three. How many times did Peter deny Christ? Three. And he goes on and on and on and on. So three is a very significant number. In fact, uh, it has a lot to do with who Jesus is. So the third time he tells them, "I'm going to be handed over to the teachers of the law, the people, the Pharisees, because the Pharisees by this time are hating Jesus, and they want nothing more than Jesus to be dead." So he says, "This is what's going to happen, but on the third day, I will be raised back to life." And while I'm talking here, I got to plug my computer in, or my battery's going to go dead. You know, the disciples really could not comprehend what Jesus was saying, and we know that because uh, upon the resurrection, that's when it all became clear. Jesus told us this was going to happen. So, uh, I think they may have been focusing on the bad. Our friend, our teacher, our rabbi is going to be killed, and we stop there. A lot of times that's how we are in life. We focus on the bad. We don't see Jesus through it and what's going to be happening. And that's what we have to do. We have to see Jesus through whatever life throws at us. And Jesus is faithful. The promises he made are going to be upheld. So something to think about, and we're going to be moving into parts of the Easter story and learning a little bit more about the events of a Holy Week as we go through our next couple weeks of devotional time. But let me go through a couple announcements here. First of all, clothes for Laurel Mission and shoes for the Tide. If you have some clothes or shoes you'd like to donate, please put them in the glass enclosure at the end of the church there, right in front, right next to the van. You'll see a glass enclosure. You can drop them off there. Our volunteer appreciation was supposed to happen yesterday, but because of weather and some unforeseen circumstances, we decided to postpone that until next week. So you are invited if you volunteer there at Ebenezer in one of the many, many ministries, whether it be one day volunteer or um, every week a volunteer. Maybe you are one of our prayer warriors. That is something you're doing to help the ministry, and we want to recognize you. We want to just say thank you. So next week after service, we'll just take a few minutes after service and do that. Let's see here. March 1st at 6 o'clock in the evening, Nathan Boggs will be out at Rhodes Grove Camp. He is the director of Laurel Mission, and Laurel Mission is one of the missions we support financially throughout the year, as well as we make a couple trips there a year to help them out. Some of the mission trips, we're collecting clothes right now for them. But you're invited to come out March 1st, 6 o'clock, to hear what's going on, excuse me, at Laurel Mission, and maybe hear some ways that you may be able to support that ministry in a different way. Let's see, what else do we got? We are planning a baptism in March, and it looks like mid to late March. And we're going to do a membership class in conjunction with that. So if you are interested in either church membership or baptism, please contact me, call the office, uh, and we'll get back in touch with you and talk through the details of the thing. Let's see here. What else we got? There's not a whole lot here. The Widower's Lunch is coming up on Thursday at 1 p.m. That's February 26th. And that is at Bonanza in Chambersburg. So if you are a a widow or widower, you are invited to attend that and join in the fun. It's a great time of fellowship and food and just some connecting with some people that maybe you don't connect with on a regular basis. Uh, so with that all said, I'm going to stop, and that's the announcements for today. That's our devotion for the day. Spend some time with Jesus. Until next time, may God be with you.